What's up, guys? The Yankees have successfully secured a playoff spot for the 2024 MLB playoffs with a win against the Mariners last night, winning 2-0 against that Mariners pitching, which has been mostly known for their pitching this season and not generating much offense, as shown in yesterday's game, scoring
only one run.
About how far the Yankees have came. They have players Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, they're all-stars, soon-to-be Hall of Famers. Aaron Judge has led the league in Major League home runs pretty much like ever since the beginning of the season, where he's had takeoff. He has rocket power. Same with Juan Soto, but Juan Soto is a little better in the plate discipline area. It's going to be interesting to see how this team all ties up in the playoffs, and it's going to be exciting to watch some Yankees baseball. Even though I'm a Mets fan, they can generate a lot of offense. They've been struggling a little bit lately, been in like a little slump. They haven't been generating as much runs as late. Like, even though yesterday there weren't too many hits by the Yankees, and the only RBIs was by Anthony Rizzo. Hope he can get it back together. Ben Rice, when he came from the minors into the Yankees major league lineup, he played good for the beginning when he was called up, and they thought like, this is a perfect replacement for Rizzo until he comes back. But Ben Rice, then he went into a huge slump and couldn't really get much hits and generate much offense, bringing in those runs, getting RBIs, trying to get those big hits, and really couldn't get much home runs. That's why he sent back down to the majors. Main part of that also is because Anthony Rizzo is back, and I'm hoping Rizzo can make some big impact in the Yankees, and I believe he will. He's a guy with plenty of experience, still loves the Chicago Cubs, wants to go back there one day, and I think they'll find a way back on the Cubs before the end of his career, because he loves Chicago that much. The Yankees have struggled with their relief pitching still a little bit. Their starting pitching has been pretty good. Carlos Rodon, like, he has some bad days, some really good days. It's really like, you're either going to see a great performance out of him or a terrible performance to give up a lot of runs. Depends what type of zone he is in and how confident he is with his pitches. After throwing those first couple pitches, that's when the pitcher determines how good he's going to be and how he's feeling. If he's throwing strikes in the beginning of the game, getting the strikeouts, it's probably going to carry on for the rest of the game unless they get too cocky and they start throwing balls in the middle of the plate and giving up runs, giving up home runs. That's what Rodon has struggled with a little bit. Garrett Cole, ever since he came back from a bad elbow injury, well, he hasn't really looked like the Cy Young Garrett Cole. He has had some good games, but not enough good games. I'm sure Yankees fans have expected more from him ever since he came back. Starting pitching it's like on and off. You know, you really can't expect too much from them. Luis Gil, I've seen some terrible performances out of him, but he's overall a really solid pitcher. He's good, he's young, he's got a mean fastball, which separates him from batters with his secondary pitches because they don't know what to expect. Getting something off speed with a heated fastball, yeah, it's a good combo, and strikes out for success. That's what Luis Gil does. He has a great arm. And then the Yankees relief pitching, it's gotten a little better, I would say, but it's still not where they probably really want it to be. The Yankees closing pitcher Clay Holmes, he's had some really tough, rough games. He was one of the best closers in earlier in the season, let's say before the All-Star break. Then after the All-Star break, a little past that, maybe a couple weeks ago, he had started having some really bad games, giving up runs, and the Yankees couldn't close out games. That's what would struggle them, and they'd lose some. Overall offense is much powered. The pitching is solid. It's not that bad, and that's why the Yankees are 89 games out, and they got a first seed in the American League East, and they clinched the playoffs. That's why it takes a humongous success, not taking too much failures and making mistakes out of that. It's taking what you get from the losses and then putting it into the next game with more force. Let me know what you guys expect from the Yankees in the playoffs. It's going to be an interesting, fun team to watch. I can say at least seeing Aaron Judge in the playoffs, that's especially with this season being one of his best seasons. I can say that he's 100% winning MVP. So many home runs, so many big hits. And then watching Juan Soto, I'm pretty much guaranteeing this, that he's going to turn it up in the playoffs, because that's where Juan Soto he's a clutch player. That's what he is. And he has great discipline. He's going to be able to set up a lot of good at-bats. And that's the thing that he does almost every at-bat. A lot of balls, take a lot of strikes, and do his Juan Soto stance, his posture. His little bend down, tippy toe. And makes the pitchers scared to face Juan Soto. And then Judge and Austin Wells has really picked it up this season. The Yankees didn't miss too much from Jose Trevino. Austin Wells, he might struggle a little bit in the playoffs because he doesn't have too much playoff experience. Same with Anthony Volpe. You know, they're young players, still haven't got tremendous major league experience. Those are two players that I think I'm gonna keep an eye out for. They're gonna come out hot and confident, or they're gonna struggle a little bit. And go Yankees, even though I'm a Mets fan. I'm gonna keep up with the Yankees. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.